Okay, so good evening, students. So, welcome to the second session of the logarithms. So, hope you guys are doing well and enjoying your life. So, and also hope you guys watched the recording of the first session of the logarithms to have a basic idea of indices and logarithms. So, at that day we discussed up to like reading the log table and those things. So we will be continuing that from today. So this is from the grade 10 book, and with the time, I'm hoping to complete the grade 10 part today and start in the grade 11 part if we have time. Okay, we'll see. Okay, guys, we'll continue from what we stopped in the last day. So I'll give a brief idea about the last day before we starting our day to day. So if I'm giving you the idea, so in the last day we discussed what's logs. So remember, so logs are just a different way of writing this exponent. Exponent means the indices. Okay, so the numbers are really big, okay? So the logarithms turn these big, scary, okay, multiplications problem into some simple addition, and if the division, it's into subtraction. So today we'll be learn how to use these logarithm tables to find these values, even how to use the calculator for it. So if I'm recalling the basics, uh, so logarithm to the base 10 are most common. Okay, so those are in the logarithms table. So let me share my screen first for you, then we'll start. Okay, okay. So uh, in here, so we are using the logarithms table. In the logarithms tables, basically, so we have this base 10. So often write this base 10, okay, base 10 as LG. Okay, so if you saw anything like LG 45, did so means log 10 base 10 45. This is what it means. Okay, so if I'm giving you the extended idea here, so 10 to the power 1. So in this, wait, um, hi, Vibod. Can you see my screen? Is that the same for this? Ah,
Yes, now I can see.
nice one. Okay, so 10 to the power 1 is 10 का common दिया. So you know that the log base 10 to the 10 is 1. Then we will write log 10 LG10 is 1. Okay, it's a common thing. Then I will go for the another index 10 to the power 2. What is it? It's 100. Then 10 to the power 2 means LG 100 is 2. Likewise, 10 to the power 3 is 1000. Then LG 1000 is 3. Likewise, okay? This is kind of a short thing. For today, Vibod, you are from grade 10 or 11? No. Okay. So, Okay. So for these things, so in the previous day, we discussed like the logarithm of a number up to two decimal parts, right? So we discussed that. And today we'll be discussing another part, the logarithm of a number up to three decimal places. So that which is line between 1 and 10, which means kind of this 7.569. There are three decimal parts. The number is between 1 and 10. Okay, so we'll go for that. For that, we'll do something like this, uh, which means the four digits. In here, four digits are there. Uh, so can you please write down the topic, the logarithms of a number with up to three decimal parts, which is line between 1 and 10. Okay, so now we already know how to find a logarithm of a number with two decimal places, like previously we did 4.58. But if a number is more precise and has three decimal places තුනක් තියෙනවා. දෙකක් නෙමෙයි තුනක්. So like here 7.579 or 5.075 likewise. So එතකොට අපිට handle කරන්න වෙනවා the fourth digit. We need to handle the fourth digit, okay? So for that we use a special section of our table called mean difference. Mean difference කියන fourth column එක, we are using that fourth column of the table called mean difference. So this allows us to be more accurate, okay? So write like this, Lamai, uh, under the topic, to find the logarithm of a number, to find the logarithm of a number, to find the logarithm of a number with three decimal places, with three decimal places inside the brackets, four digits total. So four digits means we have four digits here. You can see the board, one, two, three, four. But only three decimal places. Decimal means after the decimal point. Uh, three decimal places after the brackets. Line between 1 and 10. Line between 1 and 10. So in here we have some few steps to do this. So what are the steps? So we need to know the base value here. So you have to look at the first two digits to find the correct row here. So I will follow up with the this number for you. So then, uh, meanwhile, I'll share this as my logarithms table. I have it. Here's my logarithms table. Okay, so it's here. Okay, so in here, I'll tell you how to do this. Step by step, you can write down after, okay? So you can first see what I'm doing. So the number is this number, LG. I will write it as LG, which means base 10. So LG, we are using this LG because we are using the logarithms table. අපි logarithms table එක use කරන නිසා අපි 10 පාදයට ගන්න 10 base 10. Okay? So the number is LG 3.426. 3.426 කියන number එක තියෙනවා. එතකොට first one is we have to find the first two digits. Step one. Step one is You have to find the first two digits are 3 and 4. So find row 34 and column 2. So uh, step 1 in 2 points, I'll keep it here. Uh, find the first two digits. Okay, it is 34. Then what else? Then find the row 34 in the logbook. Find the row 34 in the logbook. So I'll do it here. Find the row 34 here. 34 is here, okay? Here, this part. Then the third digit. Then the next step, no, in the first step, same we are doing because it's a one single thing. Find the third. Find the third digit. It is 2. Then find the, then it would be column 2, right? Find the column 2 in the logbook, okay? Then it would be find the column 2 and also row 34. Row 34, column 2. Now we are going for that. 34 is here, okay? Column 2. What will be the column 2 here? Here, 2 is the 1, 2, 3, third column. Then the number will be 5340. 5340. So number will be like that. Then what is the other part? Step number 2. Hmm? Step 2, Step 2 is in the same row 34, we are going for the fourth digits. Now in the value, the number the logarithm, it's 4 digits. So we up to now we dealt with only 3 digits. So we have to go for the 4 digits. So uh, check for the wait. We have to check for the fourth digit. So that means in the mean difference column for 6. So in the same row, the same row means 34. Check mean difference means fourth column for 6. Okay, mean difference column 6. Then the 34. I'll go for 6 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means 8. Okay. How it came? Here, 34th column and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means 8th one. Okay. 8th one. Now we have that. Okay. Value is 8. Step 3 then. This is easy. Okay. Step 3. තුන්වෙනි step එකේ මොකද වෙන්නේ? We have to add those values. So add the values. Then what is the first value we got? 5340 and 8. 5340 plus 8. Okay. Then what will be the answer? It will be 40, 5, sorry, 5348. Okay. Then the step number 4. Step number 4 will be basically what we are going to do now. Uh, this number is 3.426, which means it is between 1 and 10. So only one decimal place. So what I will do here is I have to teach another thing here now. So it's crucial part. That means in this type of a like a 4-digit number, we have one theoretical part called mantissa and what else? The characteristics. So characteristics means the number. So I think about there's a number which is greater than 1 and between 1 and 10 like if there are 3 digits, think about this 5 uh 43.2 543.2. So uh for this the characteristic is there are 3 digits here, so the characteristic is 2 because for the numbers which are greater than 1, the characteristics means the number before the decimal point in the log. Okay, then I'll go for this in here. In here, characteristic is 0 because uh, simply if I'm saying this, we only have one decimal point, right? So this is not a the thing what I am telling now is not a theoretical part. So you can take this as a point to understand and applying when you're doing the mathematics. So if it's only the number which we are finding the logarithm is think about this. Uh, current number is 3.422. Okay, 3.422 one decimal place. So then for the logarithm we are using is 0.5348. If this is a 34.22, then 2 decimal places means we are keeping 1, okay? Not 0, 5.348, kind of. So when the number of decimal points are increasing, like if there are 3 decimal points, like not 3 decimal points, it's a 3-digit number, then it will be like that. Okay. So then here the logarithm will be 0.5348. Okay. So what this means? So if you are directly seeing this, you won't get the idea of this. තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ මොකද්ද මෙතන වෙන්නේ කියලා. So here that's why I ask you to always compare this with indices. Okay. So if I'm taking this into index form, it will be here. First, I'll write it like this. So log 10 to the power 3.426 equals 0.5348. So we discussed this in the last day, which means taking this into as an index, then 0.5348 equals 3.426. This is the idea. Okay. Okay, Raman. We'll write this. So hope you got this idea. See if you didn't, you can raise your hand. The Zoom has that option, or if you can unmute yourself, or you can send me a message here. So first, I'll give this to you. Let me take this here, then you can read it properly. Okay, so these are the steps, Laman. So you can write down now. I'll give you 2 minutes. So the number is here. Number is this. So you can write it as an example. These are the steps. So find the first 2 digits, 34, the logarithms table. Then find the 34 table, the logbook. Then find the third digit. Then it's 2. Then find the row 34, column 2 in logbook. Then it will be 5340. The second step is in the same row, which means the 34th row. We have to go for the mean difference. You have to check the mean difference. The fourth columns, it's so mean difference is the fourth column. Mean difference, sixth one. It means 8. Then you have to add the values together. Then you have to with the number of decimal points, the value we are using here can keep the decimal points in the value. So the answer will be like this. Okay, you can write down. I will give you 2 minutes. Once done, you can have a reaction. We have reactions here. You can use them. Okay. Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah. I'll start again by 6-2. You can write down now. Okay, Lama. Hope you covered that. So now it's your turn. Okay. So I want you to use your tables. So hope you guys have the log table with you because you are in the grade 10. You should have them. And you have to find the logarithms for the following numbers which I'm giving now. So let me have this here. So the numbers will be like this. So remember to find the row, like uh, follow those steps which I mentioned in the example. Okay. So find the row එක හොයන්න. Then find the column related to the row එකට related column එක. Find the row and the column. Okay. Then don't forget to add that mean difference at the end because these are 4 digits. Okay. So write down like this, Lamai. Write down like this. Find the logarithm. Find the logarithm and find the logarithm and write the answers in the index form for the following numbers. Find the logarithm and write the answer in the index form for the following. So you have to go for the index form as well, like we did in here. Okay, here. Okay. The first one. Write down the first one. It's 2.15. For these are not hard, okay? So second one, 6.008. Third one, 4.732. So you just need to identify the first two numbers and the third number, which is for the column, and fourth number for the mean difference. Okay, you guys can do now. I'll give you maximum of 7 minutes. Okay, start now. If you have any questions, you can unmute and ask, okay? If not, send me a chat. So I'll give you 2 minutes more and we'll discuss. Okay, we'll go for the discussion now. So I'll give you the idea. Uh, then, so I'll give you the answers. So for the first one, I'll do for you. Then for the rest of the two, I'll give you the answer. So for the uh, best way is this one. The answer will be 10 to the power 0.3332 is equals to 2.154. Second one, 10 to the power 7788 0 equals to 6.008. This should be 10 to the power 0 6751. It's 4.732. So I'll do the first one for you. So it's first one is LG 2.154. So what's the first thing we have to do? We have to check the first two digits means 21 and third digit 5. So 21st row and fifth column. Okay. Then I'll go for it. Then 20. Let me share my full screen for this. Hope you can see now the both logarithm table and this. So 21st row, fifth column. Then I'll go for the 21st row is this. Then what's the fifth column? Here it's this. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth one is the fifth one because it's starting from 0 බිඳුවෙන් පටන් ගන්න. So 21st column එක මෙතන. Then I'll count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 3, 2, 4 is here. 3, 3, 2, 4. Then lamai. What's next? Next thing will be the fourth digit. Fourth digit is 4. Then we need to go for the 21st row. Fourth mean difference. Okay? Mean difference fourth column. So that will be mean difference fourth column, but it should be 24th. Here, fourth column, it's 8. Okay? It's 8. Then we have to add these two. 3, 3, 2, 4 plus 8. Then 8, 4, 12, Remaining one, two is three, three, three. So answer will be for this. It is now only one decimal point. Then it will be 0 point. I mentioned that. Okay. So LG means I will take it as log base 10, 2.154 equals 0.3332. Then in the index form, 10 to the power 0.3332 is equals to 2.154. Okay, that's it. So hope you guys understood this. Then what I'm gonna do is we will go for another topic now. So let me uh, I'll erase this and then we'll start over from the new topic. So now we will be going for the logarithms of numbers which are greater than 10. Greater than 10, okay? Like the 100, like 472.2, 500 or 600, whatever. Okay, so let me write down the topic. Logarithms of numbers greater than 10. Okay? Logarithms of numbers greater than 10. Okay. While you're writing, so have you ever noticed that the logarithm table, only shows the numbers between 1 and 10? Okay, the higher the numbers with the So, but what if I asked you to find the logarithm of 473.2, which is not even close to 10? It's really big. So we can't find 473 in the column, okay? There's no column or row, whatever, to find this 473. So to solve this, we have to use the scientific notation. Okay, we have to use the scientific notation here. So we move this decimal point to create the number between 1 and 10. Okay, කයි 10ට number එකක් හදන්න ඕන. So we have to move this decimal point, which is, think about this number directly, 473.2. We can't do this. Okay, to find this from the logarithm table, we have to move this to here. එතකොට 4.732. However, we have to use the scientific form. Okay, so we have to move this decimal point to create this number between 1 and 10. So then we account for that jump using this characteristics. So now we are moving with the characteristics. So that's why I kept that theory for later. Now we can understand that properly. So think about when a number is greater than 10, that's logarithm consists of two parts. So think about there's a number, okay, number of which is greater than 10. One thing is the characteristics. Characteristic. So this is called the whole number part. Whole number part. Okay. This is called the whole number part. So this means it is the power of 10 when the number is written in scientific notation. Think about for numbers which are greater than 1. So it is simply number of digits in the whole number part. Okay. Here, think about, uh, I'll explain this using the example. Then next part is the mantissa. Mantissa. Okay. This means the decimal part, which we have found in the logarithm table. Okay. Okay. So now, uh, please write down like this. Please write down like this. When a number is greater than 10, when a number is greater than 10, when a number is greater than 10, comma, its logarithm consists of two parts. Its logarithm consists of two parts there. So the first part is the characteristic. The characteristic. So what is this characteristics? Characteristics is the whole number part. Okay. It's called the whole number part. So if the number is this, think about this 800, this one, 8, 35.2. Okay. So if we need to identify the characteristics, what we have to do? So here it has three digits in this integral part, which means 8, 3, and 5 there are. Okay. So characteristics means basically how many decimal points? It's 1. So characteristic is number of digits in the integral part, which means 3 minus the decimal point is 1. Then characteristics are 2. Okay. Then in the scientific form, we can write down this as 8.352 into 10 to the power 2. So if I'm extended again, 8.352 into 100, right? If I'm doing this again, we have to multiply, right? Then again we will get this part. So then why we are taking this characteristic? So to identify how many 10 to the power points we need to have to take this into one decimal point. Okay. Okay. So write down for the characteristic the whole number part. The whole number part. Okay. So this um think about for any number which is greater than 1, to find this characteristics, it means the number of digits in the integral part. If that is 3, then the numbers which are greater than 1, we can minus 1. So you can write down for the numbers in the next rule, okay? Numbers between, sorry, greater than 1. Characteristic will be number of digits in the integral part, number of digits in the integral part minus 1. Okay. Sorry. Okay. That's how we can do it. Then the mantissa. So write down for that. The mantissa means it's called the decimal part of this. Okay. Decimal part to the right. Um, so you can write it as like this. The decimal part to the right. Okay. That's called it. Okay. So for the characteristic again. So if I'm giving you this, uh, the number is this. Okay. Number is 8.583. Okay. So how many integral part digits are here? So only one. Okay. Because this is called the integral part digit. It's only one. So number of digits in the integral part minus 1. So 1 minus 1, the characteristic is 0. Then again 85.83. Then there are two digits in here. Then 2 minus 1 is it's 1. Then 858.3. Three digits are here. 3 minus 1, it's 2. Okay, so you can write this down with here. So this will be the number, and this will be the integral part digit. Then this will be the formula, the calculation, and this will be the characteristic. So this is for your understanding. Then if you watch this, you can easily identify this. This is just to get the 10 to the power. Then easily we'll go for the mantissa as well. So for mantissa, so it's basically uh, like mantissa means the table value. Okay, table value means the row and columns plus this mean difference. So think about like this. The characteristic is the size of this number, and mantissa is its identity. So to find this, we have to look at the digits. So we use the first two digits for the row. Okay, row එකට first two digits ගන්න ඕනේ. Then the third digit for the column, and fourth for the mean difference. Okay, so uh, think about you can write this down. I'll give you 1 minute for this. Then I'll start. Okay, so mantissa means, so you know this characteristic now. Mantissa means the uh, decimal part value. Okay, it's basic idea. Then we'll go for the um, simple exercise now. Now, uh, for this as well, we have to discuss with the step by step. So to find the log of a number which is greater than 10, we have few steps here. So first thing is we have to count the digits in the whole number part and subtract 1 to get this characteristic. To get this characteristics, we have to subtract 1. Okay. And we have to use the table to find the mantissa for those digits. Okay. So we'll discuss that finding this mantissa in this coming example. And then we have to combine them. So the logarithm is characteristic plus mantissa. Okay. So the strategy is here. So you can write down like this. Uh, the the strategy to find the log of a number, find the log of a number greater than 10. So we have few steps ළමයි. Steps mainly තුනක් තියෙනවා. The first one is count the digits in the whole number part and subtract 1. Count the digits in the whole num part and subtract 1 to get the characteristics. 1 to get okay, characteristic is okay. Then the second one is use the table to find the mantissa for those digits. Use the table to find the mantissa for those digits. So I'm giving you these steps for your understanding. Okay, so when you're doing a question in the examination, you don't need to write this any of these steps. Okay, you don't need to write it in numbers, but you have to show what you are doing. Okay, then the third one. What's the third one? You have to combine them. Okay, combine them. Combine them is logarithm equals characteristic plus mantissa. This is easier. Okay, so you can write down this. If you can, if this is unclear, you can ask me. Hope this is clear. So I will give you 1 minute. You can write down this. Then we'll go for an example, and then you guys can do some calculations as well. Okay, funny. Okay, Laman. We'll go for an example now. Okay. Okay, so I'll go for down here. Then our example is basically this. So I'll write it like this. LG. LG means 10 to the base 10. Okay, LG 725.8. Okay, so you have to find the characteristic first. So step one, Tamai, find. So I'll write it like this. This is step one. Find the, so you have to find the characteristic. So the number 725.8 has three digits in the whole part. Okay. So what is the characteristics? So three digits in the whole part, 3 minus 1 is 2. Then what we are going to do? We have to step 2 is find the mantissa. Okay, you have to find the mantissa here. For that, what you have to do? You have to look at the digits 5, 7 to 5, 8 in your table. So for that, you have to look at the digits 7 to 5, 8 in your log table. So we have to go for the table again. Then what is the row and column? It's row 72 and column 8. Sorry, 5. Column 5. So row 8 and wait. Row 8 and column 5 here. 7. So row 72 and column 5. 72 row is here. Column 5. Yes, it's here, right? Then 72 column 5. I'm coming here. 860. It's it will be basically 8603. 8603. Then four digits, huh? Then we have to go for the row 72. Then mean difference. Mean difference means this column which has four digits here. Okay. There are four digits here. The fourth column in this here, there are digits. Mean difference column 8. Then row 72, eighth column is 5. Then the same, you have to, the total mantissa. Total mantissa is Lamai 8603 plus 5 means 8608. Okay. Then what you are going to do? Then the third step, step number 3. Step number 3 is combine. Combine these two. Okay. You have to combine. How to combine? Combine 7 to 5.8 is, what's that? Characteristic plus mantissa. So characteristic is 2, mantissa is 0.8608. Then the answer will be 2.8608. This will be the answer for the log 10 to the power 725.8. Okay. This is easy. And also here we took this directly digits 7258. Here it's like this. Okay. First thing, so you may have questions why we are taking this 0 point, because we have 725.8, 725 point. This is a big number. Then, because I previously mentioned, we are taking this 0 point if the number is like 725. So 7.25. But here, Ramai, we found this characteristic. So then we can write down this as 7.258 into 10 to the power 2. So this part, previously in the logarithms law, Ramai, we discussed something special. That means in logarithms, if we are going with uh, multiplication, that's called the addition. Then if I'm taking the entire logarithm of this, then what will happen? It will come up like this. Log 7.258 into 10 to the power 2, right? Then it will be log 7.258 plus log 10 base 10, 10 to the power 2. In logarithms, this 2 can be take to this place, you know that. Then log 7.258 plus 2 log 10 base 10. What is this? We discussed log 10, 10. If this is x, so if I'm taking this in indices, 10x is 10, then it will be 1. So the answer will be 1 for this. Okay. Then it turns into 1. Then in Mantissa, we found the logarithm of this. Okay. Then we got this. And the number is 7.258. Okay. Then that's why it's a one decimal point. That's why we are taking it as 0.8603. Okay. Then here we have plus 2, which is the characteristics. Then we are adding this 2 with this. Okay. This is the way we are using this. So I'll erase these things. If you have any question, you can ask now. And also, you can write this note. Okay. I'll take this up to this side. No. Hope you can see it now. Okay, this is as an example. You can write it down. And I will give you 2 minutes. Then we can go with some practicals. Okay, do it. Okay, students, we'll go for your thing now. Now you have to do for that. Before we use this table, we have to practice the characteristics. So for that, we have to like it's kind of a counting. Like if the number has 5 digits, the characteristic is 4. If it is 2, then it's 1. Okay. Then uh, I'll give you a few numbers here. Then you will have to do the calculations. Okay. Then write down like this. Write down. Find the logarithm and write the answer in index form. Find the logarithm and write the answer in index form. Okay. Okay. So there will be three, only three. Okay. First one. Okay. So you guys can do, and I will be discussing the first one and giving you the answers for the rest of two. Okay. You guys can have 5 minutes for this. This is not hard. So we are almost done with the grade 10 part. Okay. Because almost you are from the grade 10. So hope you guys had a good understanding. So if not, you can have like ask the questions and also we'll be giving this recording as well. Okay, can refer to them later. Okay, students. So, hope you completed the first one, and also I hope you are still working in the second one and third one. So, we'll start discussing. So, I'll give you the answer. With the understanding, you can do the rest of the part when you are free at home. And yeah. So for this, I'll go with the answers first. Uh, for the answers, for this first one, the number is this, and this logarithm will be 2.9374, which means 10 to the power 2.9374 will be the answer of this. Then this will be 2.9661. Then 10 to the power 2.9661. Then 2.4667, and it will be 10 to the power 2.4667. Because you know why? 10 to the power 3 is 1000, right? This is almost near to 1000, and this also 2.9 means almost near to 3. So then it is proving again and again. So I'll go with this. The first one I'll discuss for you. 865.7. So what is the first one? It's characteristics. Characteristic means number of integral digits. 3 minus 1, which means 2. Then you know, as I mentioned, Mankiwa, we have to take it to 10 to the power 2 now. Then it will be 8.657 into 10 to the power 2. Then we are going with the mantissa. Then which means the same thing what we are doing. 86, 86 row, 5, fifth column. What is that? 86 row, fifth column. 86 here, fifth is here. Is 9370. 9370. Is that? I'm checking it again. I'm not sure. Ekamada 9370. Yeah. Then 86. Fifth one is okay. Then in the mean difference for the fourth digit, it's 86th row and seventh column of this. 86th is here. Seventh column is this. It's 4. Okay. So I'll be adding this 4. Then it will be 0 point, okay? 0.9374. Then the final part is combine. Combine these two. 2 plus 0.9374. It will be 2.9374. Easy, easy, easy. Okay? Okay, students. Hope you guys got these answers now. And what I'm gonna do is, hi guys, can you listen? I can. Okay. Uh, Now we have to go for the reverse operation. What's that? It's called the anti-logarithms. I'll be removing this. Now we'll go for the anti-logarithms. Easy, okay? This is the crucial part of doing the multiplication. Like you got two big numbers to multiply together. Then you have to go for this anti-log in the middle. Anti-logarithms. Write down the topic called anti-logarithms. Anti-logarithm. So, always you know what is anti? Anti means not that relationship, anti uncle, not that. Anti means the reverse part. So, for a virus in the computer, we have the antivirus guards kind of thing. Like we are going, which is coming, and we are attacking them. This is not kind of an attack. This is the reverse operation. Okay. So far we learned how to turn a number into a logarithm. Okay. Number එකක් logarithm එකක් කරන්න ඉගෙන ගත්තා. Now we are going to learn it how to do the opposite. අනිත් පැත්ත. Opposition එක තමයි බලන්න ඕනේ. So if I give you the address means the Lipine address, then you can find out a house. House means you don't know that house. Okay. So I'm giving you the address. So you have to follow the path and find the house. So this process is called the anti-logarithm. So in here, I mean by the address is the logarithm. Okay. So if I give you the logarithm, you then you can find the original number using this anti-logarithm. Okay. So write down like this. An anti-logarithm, an anti-logarithm is the reverse of a logarithm. An anti-logarithm is the reverse of a logarithm. Okay. Logarithm है अनिත් පැත්ත. Full stop. Think about like that. Uh, then continue. Continue writing. If we know, if we know that log log means LG 59.3 is 1.7731. Okay. So include this in your note. Same. If we know that log 59.3 equals to 1.7731, comma, then we say the anti-logarithm of 1.7731 is 59.3. So, got it? Easy. So, anti-logarithm is the other part. So, first what we did, we know this number in the logarithms. We have to find this. Now, we know this. We have to find this. Okay? That's in here. How to write these logarithms. So to write these logarithms, we go like this. Antilog 1.7731 is 59.3. This is the notation. So write down after the paragraph. We write this as in the next rule, write it antilog 1.7731 equals 59.3. 59.3. Okay. So now we can discuss how to find the anti-logarithms using the table. So table means the log table. Okay. Uh, First part is you have to ignore the characteristics for a moment. Okay. So you only look at the decimal part, which means the mantissa. So here, take this here. You have to, this is the characteristic and this is the mantissa. Okay. So first part is you have to ignore this and you have to directly think about this. Okay. So first part is ignore the characteristics for a moment. So let me write down a simple subtopic as this. How to find the anti-logarithm using the table. How to find the anti-logarithm using the table. Then first part. First
Sir,
step.
sir, could you repeat the topic, please?
Topic is how to find the anti-logarithm using the table. Table means the log table. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good. Okay. Welcome. Okay. So our first step is we have to ignore the characteristics for a moment. So write down, ignore the characteristic for a moment. That's the first. I'm not writing, you have to write. Ignore the characteristic for a moment. So what's that? So with that, with a dash, write down. So write down, ignore the characteristic for a moment and a dash. Look only at the decimal part. Look only at the decimal part. Inside the brackets, write down the mantissa. The mantissa. Okay.
Sir, Mantissa spelling?
M here. Mantissa. Mantissa means the decimal part of this logarithm. And the this digit one first digit is called the characteristics. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Okay, so second part is Lama, you have to search in the table. So you have to find the four-digit number inside the logarithm table that which is closest to this mantissa, but smaller than it. So most of the time you won't get this, like think about this 7731. You won't get this exact 7731 inside this logarithm table. Okay. So in here, think about this one, you won't get 7731 exactly. Think about this. It's here. Anyway, but mostly you won't get the 77. Think about you are finding for 7735. So 7735 is not here. So then what you have to do? You have to uh, you have to find the closest four-digit number to your Mandisa, but a smaller one, okay? So 77, think about 7735, then you have to go for 7731, like that, okay? Then, second point, search the table. Search the table. With a dash, write down like this, search the table. Find the four-digit number. Find the four-digit number inside the logarithms table. Find the four-digit number inside the logarithms table that is closest to your mantissa but smaller than it. Four-digit number inside the logarithms table that is closest to your mantissa but smaller than it. පොඩි එකක් වෙන්න ඕන අරකට වඩා. Okay, that's the second point. Okay, then the third one is, so in the first one, what we did, we ignored this characteristic and we looked at only the decimal part, the mantissa. Then we looked at this mantissa and we are going to search that mantissa on the logarithm table. So mostly, as I mentioned, we are not getting this exact mantissa, the four digits on the logarithm table. So we have to go for the closest number to your mantissa, but a smaller one, not the greater. So the third point is Lamai, identify digits. Write down, identify digits. Identifying digits means you have to identify the row and column numbers for this corresponding mantissa, the number you searched in the log table. Okay, with the dash write down of the identified digits, note the corresponding row and column for that value inside mantissa, inside the brackets mantissa. Note the corresponding row and column for that value inside the brackets mantissa. Then the fourth one, you have to go for the mean difference. Think about you didn't get the exact mantissa inside the log table. So you got the closest one. Then to fill up the, like, think about the 7735 is your finding, but you got the closest one as 7731. Then how many are the remaining? The remaining is there are 4 points, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To get the 7735, we have lack of 4 points. For that, we have to go for this mean difference. So to find this remaining difference, we have to go for the mean difference section of the same row, and we have to identify this. Okay, so write down like this. Fourth one is mean difference, and with a dash, write like this. Find the remaining difference. Uh, find the remaining difference in the mean difference section. Find the remaining difference in the mean difference section of the same row, and find the remaining difference in the mean difference section of the same row, and identify the fourth digit. And identify the fourth digit. Uh, okay, so can you ask me a question regarding where can we get a logarithm table? So logarithm tables are usually in the bookshops. Okay, you can get a physical logarithm table. If not, you can get a logarithm table from the internet as well. So I got this logarithm table. I downloaded it from Google. So there are multiple. So for you, here it has multiple tables, logarithm, anti-logarithm, multiple, cumulative percent. So these are not useful for you now. So you guys need these logarithms. So the first one, this one is for you, and the anti-logarithms part. Okay. So now, I hope you can got the answer. And fifth one is you have to place the decimal point. Okay. Okay. So you have to place the decimal point now. So write down the fifth one. Place the decimal point. Place the decimal point. That's the fifth one. Okay, so here, here you have to use the characteristic part to decide where the decimal point goes. Okay, so write down after the place the decimal point part with a dash. Use the characteristic to decide. Use the characteristic to decide where the decimal point goes. Where the decimal point goes. Okay, so we'll do an example here. So let me erase this first. Example I will be doing is this. So here the characteristic is 0. Okay. Example will be find antilog 0.4667. Okay. So what is the first one? You have to look for, so already the characteristic is 0. So you don't have to worry now. Okay. So this is easy. That's why I'm doing this for you. So first one, look for 4667 in the log table. So you have to go for the log table and look for this 4667, and let me go for this 4667. Okay, 4667 should be here. 46 is here, and 67 we have to go. 67 is not there, guys. 69 is here, but can we go? No, because we have to go for the closest, but which is smaller. 69 is greater, then I will go for 4654. So we got here only 4654. Okay, 4654, and we have to identify what's the row number and column. So we got 4654, which is in row number 29, and column should be 2. Yeah, column number 2. Then what I'm going to do? So what is the difference here? Want 4667, but we got only 4654. So what's the difference here? 4667, 4654. Basically, it will be 3, 1, 13, right? So we have to go for the 13 here. So we have a 13. We have to go check in the mean difference column, but related to this same row number. So in the row number 29, I'm going to check whether there's a 13 value. Yeah, 13 is there. Need to check for the column. Column is 9 in the mean difference. So column is 9. Now, in the mean difference, the value is under the column 9. So 13 is mean difference column 9. Then what are the digits here? So the digits are 2, 9. We have 2, again 9. Okay, there are those are the digits. This is the row number, this is the column, and this is the mean difference. The same what we are doing when we are finding the logarithm for a 4-digit. First we are going with the row and the column, and the fourth digit we are finding in the mean difference. Okay, so we have 4 digits now. Now the decimal place. So how to find the decimal place? So the characteristic is 0. So we have only one digit in the whole number part. So the result will be 2.929 as the result. So the result is this. Okay. And I will be doing another example for you. This is for characteristic 0. Then I'll be doing another example. Characteristic is greater than 0. Okay.
Sir,
This is, hello, yeah.
sir, so how did we make 2929 into a decimal?
Yeah, that's what I mentioned, Kenul. Here, this is the row number and the column number. So 2929. Okay. So the number we are finding the anti-logarithm is 0.4667. And what is the characteristic? So characteristic is 0. So we are taking with regards of the characteristic to find the number of decimal places. Okay. So we have using this characteristic to decide where the decimal point goes. So if the characteristic is 0, we are only having one decimal point. Think about there's a characteristic which is 2. Okay. 2. If there's a characteristic of 2, then there will be like one decimal place like this, but like this. Okay, so you will get this idea in the next example, Kanu. So shall we do it like this? uh, Hope you got that. So the second will characteristic which is more than 0. So I'm going with the thing like this. Now, for the same antilog which we discuss here, 0.64667. Now I'm going with antilog 2.4667. So the first part is uh, we have to forget about this characteristics. So we already have characteristic as 2. Then 4667. Okay. So uh, here the characteristics is 2 instead of 0. So the digits, the mantis is exactly the same. So we will find the same digit in the table, which means we should get this 2929 here because this is the same because we are finding this mantis. Okay. We don't need to find it again. We have usually in the antilog, we are forgetting this digit part, the characteristics, and we are only considering about this 4667, if not the mantissa. So mantissa, if we find this in the logarithm table, we will get this part as 4 digits 2929. Okay. Then the only difference is where we put the decimal point. Now the answer for the kernel is here. So where we should put this decimal point. The characteristic is 2. Wait, students. Okay, so characteristic is 2 here. So then I will derive it how to do it. So characteristic is 2. Then this tells us the number should be written in scientific notation as like this. Think about this 2.929 into 10 to the power 2. Here what it is, if this characteristic is 0, it will be the same, but 10 to the power 0. So for in indices we discussed this, that's why the indices are very important. For any of the base, the 0 should be 1. Then it is 1, we are not writing this. Then here, 10 to the power 2. So this 2 is number of characteristics. So you know how to keep this. 10 to the power 2 means we are multiplying this by 100. Then we have to take this decimal number to this end. So it will be like 292.9. So that's how we use the characteristic to identify the decimal point. Uh,
Uh,
Kenul, you
Anil, you
got it?
got it?
Yeah, sir. The question I asked is in 2.929, sir. There, do we always like put it after the first digit, the decimal place?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Usually,
yeah. Usually,
we are
we are
using this 0 point. එතකොට, what we are doing is for 0.4, sorry, this is important for Tivisna and also Vibodh. Okay, listen carefully. So this is a good question. So we are thinking about this mantissa 4667. Okay, so think about this in the other side. So you guys are going to find two. Uh, you guys are going to find for this 2.929 the logarithms for this. Okay, you're finding the logarithm for this. Then if we are doing this is a basic, the first part we did, not the anti-logarithms, the first part. Okay, so for this what we did uh, we took the first two digits as the raw number 29 and 2 as the column. Then what we did was we go for 29 and 2. 4, 6, 5, 4. Okay, then we got it 4, 6, 5, 4, and we went for this 9, which is in the mean difference. So in the same column, 9 is 13, and we added that 13, which is 4, 6, 6, 7. Okay, so now what we did was, since it's only one decimal point, what we did, we took it as 0.4667. Okay, so that's the same way we are thinking here. By forgetting about this characteristic, we are thinking it as 0.4667. So both of you three, please understand this. We are doing the same of the opposite way we did here. So initially we uh, wanted to take the logarithm for this, which is one decimal place. So the same way we too got this. So now we are taking the anti-logarithm for this, then we should get this. So all the time we are discussing this into 0 point. Okay. එතකොට 0 ගණන් වලට තියෙනකොට we should take this first point. So එතකොට all the time we should go with one decimal point, and for the rest of the decimal points we should decide it with regards of the characteristics. Hope you got it, Kenul, Vibodha, and Tivisna. Okay? Okay, super. Okay, so now this also, hope this also. Then I will give you the time to write these two examples because these are very crucial for the examination. Okay, then this will be 0.9. Okay. You guys can write this. The first one is find antilog for this. Do not write these underlines. Just write it like it's for characteristic is 0. So uh, okay, write down these two. I will write it here 10 to the power 0 just for your understanding equals 2.929. Okay, students. Now, we will be thinking about our next part, which is the most important thing. So the rest of the things also really important. But here, before this, I'll give you some time to do find some antilogs. So I'll give you an example here. Sorry, activity. So write down like this. Find the value of antilog for the following. Sorry, like this. Find using the logarithm table. That's the one. First one. Uh, Antilog 1.6421. Second one, antilog 3.2615. Third one, antilog 2.5413. Okay, so you can do it. I'll give you 5 minutes. Then we can discuss about the next part of this. The most important, the multiplication and division of numbers using this logarithms. So that will be it's really funny. So, okay, you can do this first. 5 minutes I'll give you. Then we can discuss the first one and go for the next part.
Sir, can you repeat the second exercise again, please?
Uh, Exercise is find this using the logarithm table, and these are the activities. One, two, three. These three.
Sir,
Yeah, Kenul.
Sir, after we calculate the mean difference, then sir, how do we find the fourth number?
Okay.
Okay.
So think about this. You are talking about the first one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll discuss from here for the first one. So here it's 6, 4, 2, 1. So what's the first step is we should forget about this characteristic. Characteristic කියන එක අමතක කරන්න. එතකොට අපි 0 point විදිහට යන්නේ. එතකොට 0.6421 වලට antilog එක හොයන්න. එතකොට for this find the antilog for this 0.6421, we should go for this logarithm table and we should find this four digits here. 6421, whether it's here. Let me check 64642111. It's not here, but we have the closest one, 6415. So 6415 is here, but then we have to recognize what's the row number and column number. 6415 is 43 is the row number and 43 is the row number 6415 and column is should be 8. Okay, so 6415 now we have. Let me take two, it's in two sides. Okay, 6415 is what we have 438. So first it's a raw number, column number, and the four digit will be the mean difference. So 6421 is what we need to the expected value, but we got 6415. So what's the difference here? Difference here is 6, right? 15, 20, yeah, 6. 6415, we have to find a 6 here. 6 is here. So then we have to find the column number in the mean difference. 6 is in the sixth column. So it's sixth. So since it's a 0 point, we have to go with the 4.386, and we know the characteristic is 1, then it will be 10 to the power 1. Then we have to multiply, then it will go for this 43.86 will be our answer. Hope you understood that, Kenul. And other,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, we both got it? තේරුණාද?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I got the answer.
Super. What about this now? Also got it? Okay. So you can work on these two as well at home. And I'll as a last part for today, we can complete this one, the multiplication and division of numbers which are greater than 1. So write down the topic, multiplying and dividing numbers, that multiplying and dividing numbers greater than 1 using the logarithms table. Multiplying and dividing numbers greater than 1 using the logarithms table. Okay, so students, this is where the magic of logarithms really happens. Okay, so imagine like you got a number. Okay, you have to multiply or divide a massive numbers using your hand. Like you should write them on a paper. It's a disaster. Okay, මාරම අමාරු වැඩ. So what would you do? It would take some ages. So logarithms allow us to swap this difficult multiplication for some simple additions. Okay, and long divisions, the division things, the long division for some simple subtractions. So we have to learn the laws of the table to make this easier. Okay. So first thing will be we have some like logarithm laws here, fundamental laws of logarithms. So for that, write down like this. To solve complex calculations, to solve complex calculations, comma, we use two fundamental laws of logarithms. We use two fundamental laws of logarithms. So the first one,
Sir, could you repeat the sentence from the beginning, please?
to solve complex calculations, to solve complex calculations, comma, we use two fundamental laws of logarithms. We use two fundamental laws of logarithms. So, the first one is multiplication law. You know that. Multiplication law. What is that? Multiplication law means, if think about this, I'm taking it into a base 10, m into n. Okay, log m into n, then we can write it as log m plus log n. Okay, then it will be like this. And the second part is division law. So division law will be log m divided by n. Okay, it will be like log m minus log n. These are the two laws. If this is a multiplication inside logarithms, it will be, we can write it as the addition of these two single numbers of logarithm. For this as well, if this is a division, we can write it as a subtraction. So you can write this down. No need to mark these underlines. So please write these two laws here and also these notations. Okay, so we have now simple steps. Okay, what's the first one is uh, this is what mean is four steps of this process of multiplication or division. So first step is you have to write the expression in logarithmic form. Okay, then you have to find the logarithm of each number like characteristic and mantissa. So you won't get this when I'm telling this, but I wanted to show these steps. Then you have to perform this addition for the multiplication or subtraction for the division. Then you have to find the anti-logarithm of your result to get the final answer. So write down these four. So don't think about you don't understand this, but in the next step with the example, you will get this. So write down like this, the four main steps of this process. The four main steps of this process as a subtopic and write down when I'm saying. එතකොට main four step හතරක් තියෙනවා. එතකොට first step is like this. Step number one. Step one like this. Step one is write the expression in logarithmic form. Write the expression in logarithmic form. log එකක් විදිහට ලියා ගන්න. එතකොට step 2 is you have to find the logarithm of each number. So step 2, write down, find the logarithm of each number. Find the logarithm of each number. Inside the brackets, characteristic plus mantissa. Characteristic plus mantissa. So the third part, step number 3 is step 2 is find the logarithm of each number, characteristic plus mantissa. Step 3 is Lamai. Perform the addition. Perform the addition. So we are performing the addition if there is a multiplication inside. So perform the addition inside the brackets. For multiplication, close the bracket, or subtraction. So subtraction for the division, third, or subtraction inside the brackets for division. Okay? Addition, we are doing the addition for multiplication and we are doing the subtraction for division. Okay. So the last step is the step 4. Step 4 is you have to find the anti-logarithm now. Now you are using that knowledge here. So find the anti-logarithm of your result. Step 4 is find the anti-logarithm of your result. Find the anti-logarithm of your result to get the final answer. To get the final answer. Okay. We'll go for an example. Let me go through it. Okay, so this will be it. So you'll get this. So I'm going with the multiplication here. Multiplication. So you have to do this 25.4 into 3.12. So you may thinking why we need to use this logarithm table. මොකටද මේ logarithm use කරන්නේ මේකට? It's easy, right? But think about you're writing this from up to down and multiplying each number and adding together. So you don't need to do it. So like if you learn this, so you will get only seconds to complete this. So what's the first one? So instead of multiplying this directly, Lamai, so we have to go for the logarithms now. It's kind of a heavy lifting, okay? So think about I'm taking this part as P. P is equals to 25.4 into 3.12. So what's the first step we discussed? We have to write this in logarithmic form. So step 1, logarithmic form. So log P is log 25.4 into 3.12. Don't think about the background music. My dog is barking. Okay. So you have to find the logs now. Okay. So in the logarithmic form, now we know the the laws of this logarithm. Now we can write this in this form. Log 25.4 plus log 3.12. So now we have to go for the step 2. Okay, 25.4 means we have 2 points here. So characteristic is 1, right? Because 25.4 has, it's a 2 points here. So 2 digits here, its characteristic is 1 because the number of integral digits is 1, then minus 1 is the characteristic. So it's 1 here. So characteristic is 1 because there are 2 digits. So the table value for this is, we need to go for the row number 25 and the column number 4. So let me take it. So row number 25 and column number 4. Hope this is that. Yeah. This one 40, 48. So for this it's 40, 48 And we have to take this as 0 and plus mantissa. So I'm directly write it as 1 point. Okay. So 1.80, sorry, 48 is the logarithm of this plus for logarithm of this. So this, the characteristic is 0. No need to think. It will be directly 0 point. So it will be 31st row and the second column. 31st row, second column is this. 49, 42. Yeah. 31st row, second column. 49, 42. So 49, 42. So it's 0 point. Now, what will be the final here? Not, this is not the final answer. Okay. So we have to add these two. So 8 plus 2, 10, 4 plus 4, 8, 10, 1, 9, 0, 9, and 4 plus 4, 8, 1, 1.898990. Okay. So the final step is we have to take the step 3 is antilog of P. Okay. So P should be equals to antilog 1.8990. Then what is the thing we are doing? We have to like forget about this characteristic. We just need to think about this mantissa. So we have to find this 8990 on this logarithm table. 8990. It will be in here 8990, 8993, 8987 is here. I didn't get the exact 8980, so I'm taking 8987 is 77th row and 4th column. 77th row, 4th column. It is, we are taking it as 0.8990. So it will be first decimal point. 77, 4th row, 8887, and we need to get the 8990, which is 3 remaining. So I'm taking it from here. It is 5th row, 5th column from the mean difference. And we have 1 point in the characteristic, which means 10 to the power 1. Then it will be like 77.45. Okay. So our answer is this, guys. Sorry, it is 77 or 79. 8990, right? Oh, not 88. 89. I got it wrong. Sorry. I got it wrong. I got 88, right? Sorry, guys. So it will be going with this. 89, right? 89 means in here 89, 90. 8990 means 89, 87 is 79, 0, 1, 2, second one. 79, second one. Again 89, 87. Then 3 is remaining. 3 is here, which is in the fourth. Not fourth, it's fifth, I think. So it's 1 and into number of characteristic is 1, then 10 to the power 1. Answer will be 79.25. So to verify this, I will do, this is not like usually doing, but just to make you understand. So you can, okay, I'm not doing it. So you can use a calculator and check whether the answer is correct. Okay. So this is the first one. So you can write down this. So then I will look into the division part as well. The multiplication part is here. So you can write down the multiplication and the first example like this. I think with the time we won't be able to complete this division part. So I'm thinking of taking it to the next day. So the next classes will be, so you can write it down while I'll tell you these things. So next class is usually the time is the Tuesday. So we will do it in this coming Tuesday by 5:30. So the usually our class hours are 2 hours and 30 minutes. So 5:30, 6:30, 7:30 and up to 8 we are doing. So you guys can have like ask any of the questions in the WhatsApp group, or you can contact me via my WhatsApp or call me. So, and also we'll be giving this recording to you. So at the end of this session, we will be sharing this to you. And also, so in the next day, I'm planning to complete the grade 11 part for this. It's not hard, even though you are in the grade 10. දහවස හිටියට අවුලන්න grade 11 එක අපි complete කරමු. And also, I'm continuing the grade 10 all the parts for the like. So you guys are doing the O levels in the 2027, right? And we'll be completing the grade 10 all the units from this onwards. So join to the class regular like all the days. So no need to like don't wait for the uh, recordings because staying in the live class is more interactive than watching the recording. Okay. So in the recording, you sometimes you won't get the fully idea and you won't get the chance to ask the question at the same time you are getting the question. Okay, Raman. So if you complete like finish this, please let me know. Okay, guys. So the time is up for today. So we covered up to the multiplication, the solving problems. So in the next day onwards, we'll be covering the combination of these and also the division and the combination of these. Like using, we will have to use the BODMAS with the logs. BODMAS, BODMAS theorem. So we will need to do the combination of these operations. So in the next day, we will complete this, and up to now, we are good with everything. So, and thank you for coming today. And in the next day will be the Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, 21, 22, 2nd, and 23rd of December, 5:30, 5, it's 5:30 p.m. Okay? Okay, guys, good night and have a nice day. Bye bye.
Good night, sir. Thank you so
Good
much.
night,
Good
sir.
night,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.